My dear learners, for this course on engineering graphics. In this module 1, we were discussing about orthographic projection of points and orthographic projection of straight lines. So far, we have solved 3 problems on orthographic projection of straight lines. Let us continue our discussion on orthographic projection of straight lines, in which we are constrained to discuss only on first angle projection. The problem number 4 of our discussion states that the distance between end projectors of line AB is 40 millimeters. The end A is 20 mm above HP and 15 mm in front of VP. End B is 45 mm in front of VP. The line AB appears to be 50 mm in front view. Complete the projection and measure true length and inclinations. Let us list out the data given first. For problem number 4, the data given are the distance between the end projectors. So distance between end projectors is given. So therefore end projection distance is known to us, which is 40 millimeters. And A is 20 mm above HP and 15 mm in front of VP. Coming for end B, 45 mm in front of VP. The line AB appears to be 50 mm in front view. The very important observation here is stating that the line AB appears. So since you can see the line, so therefore the apparent length is mentioned for us. As I already stated, when a line is inclined to both the planes, none of the projection will give us the true length. We always obtain the apparent length. So here is clearly stating, you can see it, the line AB appears to be 50 mm in front view. So therefore apparent length in front view is denoted as A dash B1 dash. Apparent length in front view is denoted as A dash B dash. Sorry, A dash B1 dash is true length. Here is stating that the line AB appears to be 50 mm in front view. So therefore apparent length in front view is A dash B dash. So what he is given for us is apparent length, that is A dash B dash, which is 50 millimeters. Complete the projection and measure true length and inclinations. So first let us draw the reference line and also lay down the locus what he has mentioned for us. We have reference plane XY. Above we have VP, below we have HP, because we are discussing only on first angle projection. Now marking the locus of ends, what he has given, end A is 20 mm above HP, so therefore show it in VP. So I fix the locus as 20 mm. So this will give us locus of A dash. If you want, you can write it as locus of A dash and 15 mm in front of VP. So mark 15 mm in front of VP, which gives us locus of A. Given 50 mm is the distance. Now end B is 45 mm in front of VP, so therefore show it in HP. 45 mm, mark the distance 45 mm. So this will give you the locus of B. Now let us fix A dash and A first to start the problem. Let us fix by taking the projection. I have fixed A dash and A. He has given the end projector distance, that is 40 mm. So therefore, let us draw end projector first, which is 40 mm. So drawing the end projector, I will get end projection, which is 40 millimeters. As we know that the end projector concept holds good only for apparent lens. On the vertical lines of this end projector, the two extremities of the line should come and lie. So the extremities of line A dash and A are lying on this vertical line. So therefore on this vertical line I should get B and B dash. Since we already know the locus directly we obtained, so this is nothing but point B for us. So directly we got the apparent length. And he is clearly stating that the apparent length in front view is 50 mm. So from here take a radius of 50 mm and cut the arc, thereby I will get B dash on this vertical line of end projector. That completes the apparent length in front view and apparent length in top view, from which you already know that once you know the apparent length, you know how to get the true length. Let us solve it. Since AB is apparent dimension which is visible for us, so therefore mark it with a very thick line whose 0.5 mm thick, and here we know A dash B dash as 50 mm, and also we know that B dash should lie on this vertical line, so therefore take 50 mm as a radius, keeping it A dash intersect the end projector. So thereby I got point B dash. Since A dash B dash is apparent length, draw a dark line, very thick line whose thickness is 0.5 millimeters. So thereby I can fix the locus of B dash. So this will give us the locus of B dash. If you want, you can write for your reference. Locus of B dash. We know both the apparent length. To get true length from apparent length, first we should rotate and make it parallel, then drop the perpendicular to the another end extremity of the line. So therefore, first I should rotate and drop perpendicular to locus of B, and to get the true length in the front view, rotate AB and make it parallel and drop perpendicular to locus of B dash. Or you do only for one plane, that is to get true length in the top view, first I will rotate and drop the perpendicular and get the true length. We already know that the dimension of true length always remains constant. So therefore, once I know the dimension of true length, just fixing at A dash, I know the locus, cut an arc for true length, directly we will get the true length, marking in the front view. If I do that, we should do first we should rotate and make this parallel. Similarly, here also we should rotate and make it parallel. Now from here we should drop a perpendicular. Now from here we should drop a perpendicular to the end extremities of this line. So therefore I have got so now if I join, these two should measure the same dimension. This is nothing but B1 dash. Yes, it is measuring the same length. So this is nothing but B1. Now coming for the angles, we don't know any of the angles. First we have alpha and theta. Here we have beta and phi. So this completes the problem. Now let us list the answers for this problem. Coming for answers, he has asked us to determine the true length and inclinations. So coming for true length is A dash B1 dash, which is equal to AB1, and their inclinations are theta and phi. So if I measure, I will get the true length is 60 millimeters. Coming for the inclinations, angle theta is 30 degrees and angle phi is also 30 degrees. There might be minute error. This is because of the reason we are drawing geometrically. There might be a geometrical errors in angles, that is plus or minus 2 to 3 degrees. If you solve using Solidity software, you will get the exact answers. Let me pause this video for a while so that you people can copy it down. Later we will solve problem number 5. Moving for problem number 5, which states that top view of line 75 mm long measures 50 mm and P is 30 mm in front of VP and 15 mm above HP, and Q is 15 mm in front of VP and above HP. Draw the projection of the line and find its true inclinations. Let us solve this problem. If I list the data given for problem number 5, we have the top view of line 75 mm long measures 50 mm. So the top view of this line measuring 50 mm, the true length is 75 mm. There is a 75 mm long line. In the top view, it is measuring 50 mm. That is what this sentence means. So we have a line of 75 mm. So true length is indicated as A dash B1 dash, which is, so here the line is PQ. So therefore I should use it as P dash Q1 dash, P dash Q1 dash, which is equal to PQ1, which is equal to 75 mm, which measures 50 mm in top view. So top view is PQ, which is 50 mm, Q1 dash. So true length is 75, whereas top view is 50. He has given the locus of P, which is 30 mm in front of VP and 15 mm above HP, whereas in Q, in front of VP and above HP. Draw the projection of the line and find its true inclinations. Let us solve this problem. Let us write out whatever data given for us. First, let us draw the reference line, that is XY line. drawn the reference line always will be having VP above and HP below for first angle projection. Now we have locus of P 30 mm in front of VP, 15 mm above HP. So draw 15 mm in VP and 30 mm in HP. So fix the locus of P dash, and here we'll get locus of P. Q is 15 mm in front of VP. So therefore draw 15 mm in front of VP. I should show it on HP. 15 millimeters, where we have locus of Q. Now to start the problem, let us fix point P. So if I fix point P, I will get the projection, and I will fix point P dash and P to start the problem. We know that the true length of this line is 75 millimeters. So therefore we know both the locus P and Q in the top view. So therefore directly I can find out the true length, and also the top view apparent length is also known 50 mm. So therefore just cut an arc for 50 and also cut an arc for 75 to mark PQ1 and PQ. That is, measure 50 mm, cut an arc by keeping it P. So this will give us point Q. Now measure 75 mm. So keeping at P, cut an arc for 75 mm. So thereby I got point Q1. So PQ is apparent length. Therefore I should draw a dark line whose thickness is 0.5 mm. Whereas PQ1 is true length, so therefore which is invisible. So I should draw very thin line. Therefore I am using white chalk whose thickness is 0.13 millimeters. Thickness of this line is 0.13. Thickness of true length is 0.5 millimeters. So therefore true length should be darker. Apparent length line should be darker, whereas true length should be equal to thickness of projection line itself, that is 0.13 millimeters. So therefore for apparent line I am using different chalk to indicate that it is visible for us, and also it should be a dark line. So now use the concept of end projector. So if I use the concept of end projector holds good for apparent dimensions. So therefore P and P dash is here, we have Q. So therefore if I draw a vertical line to mark the end projector, Q dash should lie on this vertical line only. So I have used end projector. Now we know that Q dash should lie on this end projector, and also we know that the procedure to obtain apparent length by using true length. To get apparent length from true length, what we should do? First, we should drop a perpendicular to the initial extremity of line and then we should rotate it. So therefore from Q1 I should drop a perpendicular to P dash and then I should rotate to intersect this end projector. So thereby this will intersect this end projector somewhere here, which is nothing but point Q dash. So joining P dash Q dash I will get the apparent length in front view. That is, first I should drop perpendicular from true length to get apparent length, drop the perpendicular to the initial end of the line, that is locus of initial end. Locus of initial end is P. So I draw the perpendicular. Now I should rotate this to intersect the end projector line which I obtained. So therefore rotate this. So thereby I got point Q dash. Since P dash Q dash is apparent length, I should join it by using very thick line whose thickness is 0.5 mm. So this completes the apparent front view. Now you can fix the locus if you want. I want the locus because I should mark the true length in front view. So therefore fix the locus. I fix the locus. So we have obtained the locus of Q dash also. Now Q1 dash should lie on this horizontal line. We know apparent length, we can obtain the true length when you know the apparent length. To get the true length from apparent length, first apparent length should be rotated and make parallel, then I should drop the perpendicular. So that is, we have line like this. First I should rotate and make it parallel and then drop a perpendicular. Or already I know the dimension of true length, so from here I can just cut an arc to get the true length, because true length remains same in both front view as well as in top view. So let me use this method so that it will give a good practice for us. Let me use this method so that it will give a good practice for us, and also I can verify the value of true length once again. So first I rotated and made it parallel. Now I should drop a perpendicular from the point where I made it parallel. So therefore this will become Q1 dash and this will become Q dash. So we got Q1 dash whose dimension is same, 75 millimeters. So this completes the problem. Coming for angles, we have beta and phi. Here I have alpha, and for human I have angle as theta. Now if I measure the dimensions, he is asking find its true inclinations. So therefore the answer for this problem is true inclinations are theta and phi. So if I measure Coming for theta, if I measure, theta is equal to 49 degrees and phi is equal to 12 degrees. So the answer for the problem is theta is 49 degree and phi is 12 degree. That is what he is asked. Find its true inclinations. So this completes the given problem. If he asks the distance of q dash from xy line, so from here you measure the vertical height of q dash. So this gives us the perpendicular distance of locus of q dash from xy line, or what is the distance of extremity q dash above HP. Let me pause this video for a while so that you people can copy it down. Later we will solve the final problem of this lecture, that is problem number 6. Problem number 6 states that the top view of line PQ measures 70 mm and makes an angle of 60 degree to XY line. And Q is 30 mm above HP and 10 mm in front of VP. Difference in distance between P and Q above HP is 45 mm. Complete the projection and determine the true length and inclinations. Let us list out the data given first. So for problem number 6, the data mentioned are: the top view of line PQ measures 70 mm. So since we are stating that the dimension of top view of line PQ, so top view is nothing but PQ itself, apparent dimension, which is 70 mm and makes an angle of 60 degree to XY line. So is given apparent inclination also for us with an angle of beta. Apparent inclination in top view, it is 60 degree. The top view of line PQ measures 70 mm and makes an angle of 60 degree. So top view angle and dimension is given. So therefore, since it is clearly stating it is measured in top view, it is an apparent dimension in top view. Apparent length in top view is AB and apparent inclination in top view is beta. Coming for the locus, we have specified end Q. End Q is 30 mm above HP and 10 mm in front of VP. The difference in distance between P and Q above HP is 45 mm. So that is locus of Q minus locus of P in front view. Therefore, it is P dash Q dash above HP is 45 millimeters. Difference in distance between P and Q above HP, that is locus of P dash and Q dash difference is 45 mm. Complete the projection and determine the true length and inclinations. So if I want to solve this problem, so observe this, he has stated that difference in distance between P and Q above HP. So locus of P, locus of Q, if I take the difference, I should get it as 45 millimeters. Since I am taking the line as P and Q, so therefore I am taking Q minus P. So Q minus P is 45 mm, which is specified for us. First, let us draw the reference line. So if I draw the reference line, this is X and this is Y. Since we are solving for first angle projection, we have VP above and HP below. Now marking the locus, what he has given is given the locus as 30 mm above HP. So therefore mark 30 mm in vertical plane. So this will give us locus of Q. Q dash front view, and 10 mm in front of VP, mark it on HP. So mark 10 mm, you will get locus of Q top view. Locus of Q. Now he is stating that the difference in distance between P and Q above HP is 45. So now if I take locus of P below, what happens? Locus of P dash will enter HP, which is wrong. So therefore the only option is I should take locus of P dash above. So therefore this is locus of P dash minus locus of Q dash. So the only option is I should take locus above. So from here you should again measure 45. So therefore from XY line you should take 75. So this distance is given as 45. Difference in locus distance is 45 above HP, which is in VP. So this will give us the locus of P dash. Now to solve the problem, either I can fix Q dash and Q, rotate P. That is, I can solve problem as QP, or I can fix, taking P this end, I can fix P and rotate Q. In either way I can solve. That is, I can solve the problem as QP, or I can solve the problem by taking PQ. So let's solve the problem by taking PQ as a line instead of QP. So if I take the line as PQ, so therefore I should leave space for P and then I should mark Q towards my right side. So therefore let me take Q here. Now he has stated that PQ is 70 mm and beta is 60 degrees. So therefore mark beta, which is nothing but angle of inclination of apparent top view, which is nothing but angle of inclination of apparent line with respect to vertical plane, which I should show in horizontal plane. So marking an angle of 60 degree and draw a line at a length of 70 millimeters. If I do that, marking an angle of 60 degrees, since PQ is apparent length, I will draw it with a different chalk because it should be a dark line. So therefore drawing PQ for a dimension of 70 millimeters. So PQ I have drawn for a distance of 70 millimeters. So thereby I got the point P. So now I can fix the locus of P. So fix the locus of P. So this is nothing but locus of P. So now I can fix the point P and P dash by taking the reference or projection line. So take the projection line onto the locus of P dash. So thereby I have fixed line PQ at extremity P. So this is P dash. So therefore I have fixed P and P dash. Now I will rotate line Q to make it parallel and to draw perpendicular in order to extract the true length. Now to continue the problem, so this completes whatever data he has been given. Now to continue the problem, I will make use of end projector, because on this vertical line we have the extremity P and P dash lying. So therefore, if I draw one more vertical line passing through Q, then Q dash must pass through the same line. This is because of the reason the end projector holds good for apparent length. So therefore, I will make use of end projectors. So therefore, if I draw the end projector, that is another vertical line passing through Q, then definitely Q dash should lie on this line. So thereby directly I will get P dash Q dash, because I know locus of Q dash. So I am making use of end projector. So this is the point Q dash for us. So just join P dash and Q dash to get the apparent dimension. So this completes apparent front view and apparent top view. So this measures the angle alpha and this measures the angle beta. Actually we have taken beta here, that angle should remain same here also because of alternate angles. So which I can show here. Beta, which is given for us. Now we know apparent length. I can extend the true length. To get true length from apparent length, first rotate the apparent length and make it parallel, then drop the perpendicular to the extreme end locus of the line. So for line AB, B is the extreme end locus, whereas the beginning locus is A. So for line PQ, Q is the end locus, P is the initial locus. So therefore, first I should rotate and make it parallel, then I should draw perpendicular. So now, to get true length from apparent length, first I should make the apparent length parallel by rotating it. So fixing P, I'll rotate Q and make it parallel. Now in the top view also I can do the same, or else determine the true length in the top view and then measure the true length. So for that true length, directly you can cut an arc to get the true length in the front view. This is because of the reason the true length remains same in both front view as well as in top view. But let me do that procedure so that it gives us a very good practice. I'll rotate the apparent length and make it parallel. Now I should draw perpendicular to the extreme locus, that is Q and Q dash. So from here I should draw perpendicular to Q. Drop the perpendicular to Q. So this will gives us PQ1. So this is angle phi, and this is the true length, which is PQ1. So from here I should draw perpendicular to Q dash, extreme end locus of line PQ, Q dash. Now joining this, I will get P dash Q1 dash. So this completes the true length and apparent length. If I mark the angles So this angle is theta and this angle will be alpha. So this completes the problem. You can also solve this problem by taking Q at left hand and solve the line as QP. That is, fix extremities Q and Q dash and use extremity P to rotate and make it parallel and dropping perpendicular. That is also correct. You can solve in that manner also. Now, what he has asked is determine the true length and inclinations. So, to find the true length and its inclinations, you have to write the answer and make some space here. Now, if I measure the true length, is 83 millimeters. So true length is P dash Q1 dash, which is equal to PQ1, which is measuring 83 mm. True length and true inclinations. True inclinations are theta and phi. Theta for this problem is turning out to be 33 degrees. Theta is 33 degrees and phi is 47 degrees. The solution for the problem is true length is 83 mm and true inclination with respect to HP is 33 degree. True inclination with respect to VP is 47 degrees. So this is the solution for the given problem. You can also solve this problem as line QP. So taking Q to the left and fixing the extremities Q and Q dash, you can rotate freely the point P. You can solve in that manner also. That is also correct. That will also gives you the same answers. So this is the solution for problem number 6 of our discussion on orthographic projection of straight lines. So this completes level 2 problems of our discussion on orthographic projection. In next lecture, I will take a few more difficult problems on orthographic projection of straight lines. That's all from this lecture. Thank you all.